Are you looking for AI tools that you can use in your English classes that really work and that are simple to use? We've worked through many of the technologies and we found these three technologies work really well. One generates a 3D environment and you don't even need to sign up, and it's great for writing and speaking. The second one produces an automatic meme based on a picture that you upload or produce. And again, you can do that in several languages. And the last one produces videos based on scripts that the students write. So these tools have got real potential. They're easy to use. And in two cases, you don't even need to create an account. I really hope you like this video. If you do, please like it. Please share it, please comment on it. I'd love to know if you've got other ideas of the way we could use these tools. We've only done a few tests. Some of them have been very successful though. So please comment if you've got any ideas yourself. Of course, join me on my YouTube channel. Let's get going. You can use the menu system to navigate through the video. We had a lot of success with this technology. Basically, you write in a description of up to 420 words, and then it produces a 3D environment based on your description. So this is a great way of getting your students to do some writing. They can work in groups. They can think of what topic they want to deal with. I had students that did beach in Thailand. Someone did a mountain view in Switzerland. Someone did a city view in London, etc. And I'm going to show you, how this works. So the first thing is, all you need to do is write in a description, and you've got up to 420 characters. So let me show you what I wrote, and then we're going to paste it in and see what comes out. So this is the description that I've done, and this is what I got my students to do. They worked in pairs and they thought about the vocabulary first, and then they wrote their description. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this description, which basically says, draw a white village in Andalusia. It's in the mountains. There is a castle in the background. In the distance, it's sun going down. It's like there is a church in town wearing a clock and a velvet tower. Many of the houses have flowers outside the plural. Okay, and there's an an eagle flying in the sky. So I'm going to copy that text now and paste it in to Skybox and see what it produces. So all I need to do is paste in the text. So I just paste it in, and then I click on generate. Make sure, of course, that you are less than 420 characters, and it only takes a few seconds. And there is our image. And we've got the castle. It's a beautiful day. It's in the village, in the mountains in Andalusia. We've got a white village. We've got lots of flowers I asked for. You can really see that and it's got this lovely kind of 3D kind of effect. You can't move through it, which is a real shame, but it's excellent what it produces. We've got here at the back a church, and we've got a tower with a bell in the top. One thing I can't see is the clock. Occasionally it doesn't draw what you ask for, and I don't know if that's simply to do with the amount of information it has to process, the time, the amount of people using the system. I'm not exactly sure why, but I'm now going to explain to you a couple of things that we did after this to now turn this into a speaking activity. You can get rid of this here by just clicking here. It gets rid of the user interface, which obviously makes the picture nicer. Now, the game that we played afterwards, that the students showed their pictures to the rest of the group. It was only a small group in Zoom, and then the other students had to ask them questions to find out what they asked for. So, for example, with my picture, students asked me, did you ask for mountains? Did you ask for a beautiful day? Did you ask for flowers to be included? Did you ask for a castle to be drawn in the background? Did you ask for a church? Did you ask for lots of steps, etc.? So they asked lots of questions, and then I would say yes or no. Okay, so that is a really interesting way of doing this activity, because the students can look at the picture and then begin to ask questions about the picture. So for example, in this one it might be, did you ask for thatched roofs? Because I can see we've got some thatched roofs here, etc. Did you ask for trees in the background? So you can ask lots and lots of questions, and then the student who drew the picture can then say yes or no. Now, one thing about this activity, you could easily do this in the class with just one computer. If students prepared their descriptions and then come up and wrote their descriptions and then clicked on the button, it drew the picture, and then the other students could ask them questions to find out, well, what did you write to get that particular picture? So you could easily use this in just a class with one computer and have, as long as you've got a projector and you're able to project the images at the front. Just before I move on to this second idea, I will point out that I've got quite a popular video on ChatGPT where I give some very specific ideas, and we've had a lot of success with ChatGPT. So I'll put that video on the screen now in case you're interested in watching that one. So this second one's quite a lot of fun. It allows you to upload a picture or to use your camera, and it will generate a meme. And what we did was, obviously, students made memes. They then showed them to the rest of the class. It was a session on Zoom rather than in the classroom. And then they had to try to explain what they think they understood by the meme. So let me just give you an example. I'm not sure that my idea was the best. I think I'm going to come up with better ideas. I need to read more about how memes could be used in the classroom. But what I do like is the potential for this for a kind of warmer activity or an activity at the end of the lesson, and a bit of fun as well. So let's try it out. I'm going to click on upload image, and then I'll just click here, upload a picture. I've got loads of pictures here that I can make use of. I guess I better use one of myself. I've got a few here, perhaps one with a bit of action taking place. Let's see, perhaps this one here. Let's give it a try, see how it comes out. So I click on that, click on open, and then I click on generate meme, and now hopefully it's going to do the business. In fact, I really like this one. That moment when you realize your career as a stand-up comic isn't panning out. Yeah, so then obviously I would have to explain how that meme has been related to the picture, because obviously it looks like I'm doing some sort of presentation. I'm trying to, I'm obviously in front of an audience presenting, so that's actually correct. And so obviously the idea of the meme is that I haven't succeeded. Interestingly enough, that was a presentation in Edinburgh many years ago now, presenting some ideas around using technology. So you can see the idea. And if I just stop that again, close down, notice you can also use your camera as well, and it will generate a meme from that. Notice also, and I haven't used this, that we can click here, and we do actually have other languages that we can work with as well. So keep that in mind if you're a language teacher and you're teaching other languages. I've only really played around with this a few times, and we've only done one lesson with it. It worked fine. It worked fine as an activity. Now you can actually influence as well the type of meme that's produced. So you've got this button here called context. Now I have to confess I haven't tried it, but you can provide some kind of information here around the sort of theme that you might want to add, and that might be something you'd like to try out. I haven't used it yet. I definitely plan on doing it. Just before I move on to the third tool, which in many ways I think is the most interesting because it generates a video, I just want to point out that we've also done a really successful video on Natural Reader. And the reason that this is great for language teachers is because you can take some text, paste it in, choose a voice, and it will generate the audio for you from any text. And you've got loads of choices, lots of different languages and loads of accents in English. I've been experimenting with this and it's excellent. I've put a link on the screen if you want to watch a video about natural readers. This last tool is called Steve AI. I have to confess I've not used this yet in the lesson. I will be using it in the class probably tomorrow. I do think it's interesting. I think it's got some real possibilities. You have to write a script, you make a few changes, which I'll show you how to do, and it will generate a video. So I thought I'd start by actually showing you the video it generated from the script I wrote. So I'm using a completely free tool. I signed in with my Google account. And the reason I haven't tried this in class is simply at the beginning, I just had a few problems trying to work out what I was going to do. But then I did work out, okay, this is the best way to use it. This was what the system produced. I wrote the script, it generated the audio, it generated the video, and it generated the kind of text on the screen as well.
iTools could make your lessons fun and engaging. However, there is a lot of hype around and many of the tools I have tested were actually a little disappointing. I had to spend a lot of time working through many tools to really find ones that were easy to use and had a use in the classroom. AI has potential, but the reality is a long way from the hype. I hope the ideas I have shown you today are useful.
Okay, so how did I produce that video? Let's just go through this, and we're using a technology called Steve AI. I'm going to take you through it now. Okay, so we're on the home page. Once you've signed in, I signed in with my Google account, and the button that I want you to click on, or the one that I've been focusing on and the one that I'm going to be trying out with my students hopefully tomorrow, is this one here, text to video. So you can write in a script, and actually a fairly long script, and then it will produce a video. So I'm going to give you an example. So click on this button here. Okay, one of the things is I've noticed a few things that you kind of get caught out on. Ignore this. This was my first mistake. Just click here, because really what you want to do is write your script here at the top of the page. So you can just write your script here, and I'm just going to start to write a little bit and just show you how you work it. So I'm going to say, I am currently learning Polish. All right, I'm going to do a script about learning Polish, okay? It is one of the hardest things I have done. Now, what I can do, if I want to do the next thing, is just click here, and then I can do scene 2. I can carry on like this and build up my script. So I'm just going to complete my script now. So I've written my text. Obviously I could write more. It tells me that it's going to be about 29 seconds. A couple of little tips: turn off the music, because you have the music on, turn it off. Add the voiceover. I really suggest that you add a voiceover. It kind of works well. I'm not sure if all the options are free. I've just always left it on the standard one. Click on generate, and it kind of generates the voice. I guess some of the voices will cost you money. Live video free, voiceover yes, no music. I guess auto highlight is a good idea, so we'll put that on, and then we're going to click on next. Now notice another thing, I did writing what's this video about, so it's a good idea to give it an answer here, and also at the top of the screen here you can give it a title. So I'm going to call this one Learning Polish. Okay, so and also of course that makes it easier then to find the video if you want to use it. And here at the bottom as well, I can, if I want, just give it a theme and say, you know, what's this about? And I'm going to say it's about Polish language. Okay, so that's it. I'm ready. I'm going to click on next, and hopefully it's going to generate the video for me. Now I have to choose the kind of format or the style that I want to use. I've got these ones that I can work from. I'll do this one here. Probably going to work. I mean, let's have a look. Yeah, I'm going to go for this one here. Okay, so I'll click on this, and now it's going to generate the video for me. So we've got the video, we've got a few settings here that we can play around with. We've got the scenes here at the bottom, and I'm going to play this video to you now. Let's just have a look how it's worked out.
I am currently learning Polish. It is one of the hardest things I have done. I must admit I do get a little frustrated. The grammar is so tough. I'm actually living in Poland at the moment, and it is helping, but still the process is slow. In Polish there are cases, and they are really tough as they change the endings of many of the words. It has almost become a personal challenge for me now. Time will tell.
Okay, now I'm not massively impressed in terms of the vision, the imagery, so it doesn't seem to link to the picture. Obviously we're using the free tool. I need to do a lot more work with this technology. I do see quite a lot of potential though in that stage when you are writing the script. We can actually click back here at the top. I'm just going to publish this so that I've actually got a copy of it anyway. But if we come back to the script part, okay, you're going to edit the script. We'll do a whole new bit. Okay, yes, edit the script. Okay, so you're going to come back here, and you know, this is the part for me that's interesting, and obviously the language that would go into preparing this and getting the students maybe to discuss what their script is going to be about, and preparing it and getting the language together, then writing it in, and then generating the video, and then of course presenting it to the class. Now I will report back when I try this out with some students in the future. One of the reasons why I haven't tried it out is that I honestly did have a few problems at the beginning sussing out exactly how the system functions. Now I realise it's actually quite easy, but at the beginning I did a few things wrong. Anyway, really hope you've liked these videos, and I really hope it's opened up your eyes to some potential of technologies that we could use for AI. Okay, really hope you liked that video. Please come over to teachertrainingvideos.com. Loads more free videos available for you. There's a whole menu system here at the top, but then also there's the videos here below. And we will be adding an AI section here, probably in the next couple of days. Also, if you want to find out about my courses, then you've got the information here on the front page. If you sign up to the newsletter at the moment, which has over 10,000 subscribers, you will get a free 14-part course in using technology in education, particularly in language education. Don't forget also you can sign up or subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you do want to contact me about doing any training with your organization, you can do that from the front page here. And thank you very much. I'm going to leave some more videos on the screen now around talking on the theme of AI technologies.